I have a constant ringing in my ears every moment of my life, and that sound has shaped my entire career as a music producer. And funny enough, it's one of the main reasons people hire me now. When I was a little kid, I had a double ear infection that pretty much wrecked those tree-looking things inside your ears. You know, the ones that help you hear things clearly. Ever since then, I've had tinnitus, a constant high-pitched ringing. But I didn't realize that it wasn't normal. Everything changed when I was 12 years old. I remember reading The Magician's Nephew from C.S. Lewis. It's part of the Narnia Chronicles. And there's this moment where Aslan is creating the world. And the book described a silence so deep that you could hear your own heartbeat. And then eventually a single bee starts buzzing in the silence. When I read that, I immediately felt sick to my stomach because I have never experienced silence like that before. That buzzing and that ringing, it never goes away for me. Even when things are somewhat loud, I still hear it constantly. That's when I grabbed that book and I ran upstairs and met my parents in the kitchen. And I'm explaining this to them and I asked them, does everyone else hear ringing all the time, or is that just me? They immediately looked at each other and then looked back at me and said, no, that's not normal. We might want to get this checked out. From that moment on, I realized my hearing wasn't like everyone else's. I hear the world a little differently, literally. And guess what? That shows up in my mixes. They're brighter, the high end is more present because I'm compensating for what I don't hear clearly. And that really bothered me. It held me back and left me feeling like I never really could do this at a professional level. I can't change reality. And the truth is, I compensate for what I don't hear. But in doing so, I've created a sound people really respond to. My clients love the way my mixes shine. They describe it as clear, emotional, and alive. What started as a weakness became my signature. There's this weird lie we believe that our flaws disqualify us, that we need to fix ourselves before we can do something great. But the truth is, someone out there has had it worse than you and is doing better. Beethoven began experiencing hearing loss in his late 20s and was mostly deaf by his early 40s. Despite this, he continued to compose, including some of his most famous works like the Ninth Symphony. And because of this, he is one of the most famous composers ever. He used to bite on a stick and rest it on the piano just so the vibrations can come through and vibrate through his skull so he could hear it that way. Your weakness might just actually be your superpower. You just have to lean into it. We spend so much time trying to hide things that make us different, but those are often the exact things that make us great. If you're a music producer or an artist of any kind, stop running from your quirks. Stop waiting to be perfect before you start sharing your work. Double down on what makes you, because that's the stuff that shines. If this resonated with you, let me know what your superpower is in the comments below, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. And if you're making music with what you got, keep going. You're probably doing better than you think. Now, as always, go create.